Tyson, at the weekend, Deontay Wilder become WBC heavyweight champion against Stavern. Your impressions of Wilder's performance?
I thought it was a very educated performance. He'd done the right thing. He stuck to his tactics, didn't get involved. He almost stole my game plan from when I fought Chisora and done the same thing. Well, that's how you fight a small guy. Congratulations.
And he's made it clear he'd like to fight you down the line. How do you feel about that fight?
I'm very excited about the fight. Deontay Wilder versus me is a very entertaining, very exciting fight. The build-up and the fight will be very, very entertaining. So it's a fight that I'll be really looking forward to in the future.
I mean, if that fight got offered to you before Wladimir Klitschko, what would your thoughts be?
It's a fight that I'd take straight away. WBC heavyweight title. Although I'm mandatory for the WBO, if that fight comes along, it's just as big. So it's a fight that I'd be looking to take if I was offered.
And would you love to go to Las Vegas and face
Las Vegas, London, Manchester, wherever that fight will be held? I know it will be a sellout, I know it will be a great atmosphere, and I know it will be a very, very entertaining fight. So even if it was in China, it would still sell big.
You say that he looks as if he's stolen your tactics from the Chisora fight. Was you surprised he could implicate that though?
Not really, because if you look at the guy, he's a pure athlete. He's about 6'7" and he weighs about 15 stone 9. He looks more like a basketball player than a bodybuilder or anything like that. So by his build, he's a very athletic fighter. He's very fit, as you can tell by the way he's ripped up and all that sort of stuff. And it was never in my mind that he couldn't go past 4 rounds. Just by the guy looking at him once, I knew he was very fit. So I wasn't surprised, no. Yeah. I was surprised how Stavern couldn't get into the big guy, but I wasn't surprised how Wilder used his boxing to overcome the champion.
If you did get the fight, how would you beat him?
How would I beat Wilder?
Yeah.
I'd outthink him, I'd outsmart him, and I'd outheart him. A little bit of rhyme in there as well. I'll just put it on him from round 1, something that Stavern couldn't do because he was too small. But he won't be able to keep me off with a jab because I'm taller than him, and he won't be able to bully me because I'm bigger and heavier. So I only see one outcome in that fight. Wilder trying to use his jab and flail away and look for them big swings, and me landing it on him and getting him out of there as soon as possible. And
would you be doing your switches in orthodox to southpaw?
You never can tell on the night. I'm not going to give my game plan away before the fight happens. But I can say one thing. When that fight eventually does happen, and it will happen, do not blink, don't go to the toilet, don't take a drink of water, keep your eyes on the screen. Because if I do fight Deontay Wilder, it will be on from as soon as that bell goes ding ding. There's no messing around. I know how to beat Deontay Wilder.
Before you move on to Wilders and Klitschko, you've got Christian Hamer. That's someone you can't underestimate, isn't it?
Definitely. For the fact being, this Christian Hammer guy, he was a 2006 World Junior Champion at the time. I know the guy from various amateur tournaments that we went to in Europe and whatever. Very talented, good boxer, good mover. And this is his big time to shine. So if ever he can pull a great performance out, and he needs to, it's whenever we fight, 28th. And there's Denis Boytsov lost his mandatory position to Alex Leopai for taking the same risk. The bill is labelled risky business, and I tell you what, it's one hell of a risky business, because a loss here would take my mandatory status away from me.
So why did you take a big risk then?
Why? Because I need fights, I need to keep busy, and I need to stay fighting in the top 10 in the world to keep me eye in. It's no good fighting a journeyman because they don't fight back. This guy's coming to fight, coming to win. It'll keep me sharp and keep me focused. I can't focus on somebody who's ranked number 50 in the world. I need a top 10 opponent to really say, right, I've got my date, there's my opponent, train hard, fight well.
And how's the early days of training camp gone so far?
Very brutal. I started last Monday. Very, very brutal. We started straight back in at 3 times a day, 5 days a week. Unbelievably hard. He's had us running up hills in the snow. It's snowing down there where we are. It's been really, really hard. This is my 2nd week in now. I'm starting to enjoy it again. I'm starting to feel like an animal a bit still. The beard's not too long yet. So it's plenty of time, I should be fighting fit by the time 28th of February comes around.
And by 28th of February, will we have the Charles Manson beard again?
Probably not. I don't think I'm going to grow that beard again. Once shaven, never returns. I'm just going to keep it nice and trimmed. I might have a bit of hair this time because I'm not going to shave the bald head off. I'm just going to let it grow even though it's thin.